Welcome to class. It's fantastic. Okay, let's take a few moments to do a little bit of bell work in our notebooks. I'd like you just to copy down these words into your notebook and translate them into English. Actually, you could do this out loud if you wanted to also. You don't necessarily need to write it down. It's kind of up to you. Souvent, toujours, le week-end, rarement, parce que, beaucoup, assez bien, après ça, d'habitude. You can look in your notes if you need to, but try and say those words and be able to translate them into English in your mind, if not on paper. Okay, I'm going to say the word in French and then I'll say it in English just to check. Souvent, toujours, souvent, sorry, is often, toujours, always, le weekend, on the weekend, rarement, rarely, parce que, because, beaucoup, a lot or many, assez bien, pretty good. Après ça, after that, d'habitude, as a habit, normally, in general, that kind of word. Awesome. So, on va réviser pour notre examen demain. So, we're studying for our exam, which is not actually tomorrow, it's Monday, is our test. So, today we're going to talk about exactly the format of the test and what you need to do on the test. First of all, it's going to be a written test, which means you're going to have to type it, which means you're going to have to put the accents in. So, make sure you have the accent add-on installed because you're going to need to put those accents on there. The guidelines for the picture description, you're going to get 3 pictures. You're going to describe all 3 pictures. Do not leave one out. The stories should be connected, either about just one person or about 3 people who are related. All the action happens on the same day. Don't tell me one thing happens Monday, the next thing happens Tuesday. It's all one day. Do not spend your time writing day, date, weather, time descriptions. We don't need those this year, and you'll be wasting time that you should be using with showing how much vocabulary you need. All of the expressions that we learned, être, avoir, and faire, I must see as many of those in your writing as possible. I will be counting. You must use at least 2 or 3 of those 3 of those for each picture. You must. If you do not have them, you will lose points. The same thing goes for Big Mac sentences, complex compound sentences. Words that with extra transition words should be in there. It says here your essay should be at least 100 words. I'm going to tell you right now, I want to see more than that. 100 words is at least. That means to get a C, you have to write 100 words. If you want an A, you're going to write more than that. At least is the minimum. Okay, at least is the minimum. It is not the maximum. So when I say at least 100 words, I want to see 150, 175. I want to see more. But that's how much you have to at least get a D or a C, a passing grade. So here's an example of what our test might look like. We have 3 different people in the same family, right? The top, there's a boy. He's thinking about sleep, so he's obviously sleepy. He's got books, so he's studying. He's doing his homework. There's an expression. There's a soccer ball, so he probably plays soccer, but you could say he's not playing soccer right now, right? There's a desk. There's a tennis. There is a calendar and a clock. You could briefly say the date or the time if you wanted, but don't spend extra time on it. You're going to have to use your imagination to put other things in here. Is he tired? Is he awake? Is he cold? Is he hot? Is it late? Is he tired? Is he sleepy? Is he doing his homework? That sort of thing. The next one, there's his dad standing in the kitchen. He's obviously a doctor. He's Canadian, so you might want to include that piece of information. He's obviously hungry. He's obviously going to cook some food, right? So we're going to use to cook, to be hungry. He might be thirsty. You can add to that. He might be thirsty. He's going to prepare stuff. He's in the kitchen. And the last one, there's the mother. She's at work. She's French. She's at work. She is in the process of working. So you could use elle est en train de, right? Then she realizes she's late. She does the grocery shopping. She goes home. So if you write an absolutely beautiful description that is only 100 words but uses all the phrases and is really amazing and good, then that could get you an A. So that 100 could be a D, it could be an A. It depends on what else you do with it. But if you really want to get an A, you're going to write more. You're going to add more from your imagination. Let's look at the kinds of vocabulary that you could actually use. So I've basically filled in this picture with all the different kinds of vocabulary you could use. And on the right, outside the picture, I've put all of the transition words that might be useful. So this picture right here, this screen right here has all the information you need to write a picture description for these 3 pictures. My cat just sat down on everything and now I can't see my notes. Cat, really? Anyway, so take a look at that. Sommeil, devoir, étudier, en train de, to be in the process of doing something. After that, what does he do after what's in the picture? Maybe afterwards he talks on the phone. I mean, you can add anything you want as long as you're still using the vocabulary that's required. So I'd like you to press pause and just read through that to yourself, all the different vocabulary that's possible. And then, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go so fast. And then when you're done, we're going to go ahead and in your notebook, I'd like you to write well, actually not in your notebook. I think that's going to be your independent work. You're just going to write out a sample practice test and submit it. But first you're going to read it out loud. So you're going to do the practice, you're going to write it, and then you're going to read it into Flipgrid. So I'm actually going to take us there now. Get you to go to independent now so that you can get started writing this, and then you can read it into Flipgrid. So this is where I'm going to say goodbye. Please take a look at these notes longer, and then we will continue with your independent work. Au revoir.